like ridiculous things that have nothing to do with the moment on set.
What's the famous Olivier story that he's with Dustin Hoffman,
Yes.
right? And Hoffman stayed up all
People put that on me, but
Yeah.
and I'm honored by the people you just mentioned to be included that way or be perceived that way.
Yeah.
But one, I'm not at that level. One, two, I'm not in that school of thought. So Stanislavski is about sense memory and it's very intellectual. It's a whole lot of conceptual. It's a whole lot of cognitive. It's heady. It's very heady. And I'm like a Whitman character. I'm like a very unintellectual feeler. And so I don't identify with that school of thought, really. I don't really know what I do or where it comes from or how it happens. I know that I feel a whole lot. I got a big heart. I don't know if I'm a method guy. And I think some of that stuff's ridiculous.
So like kind of the staying in character. That's sort of the cliche.
I like to be immersive.
Yeah.
I like all immersive experience, not just acting. It's probably why I like Catholicism as well. I like all immersion. I like being I like adventure. And that requires like full immersion. So I would consider myself an immersive actor, but method acting has like a bad smell to it.
Like too technical, too intellectual.
And just kind of douchey.
More...
Kind of like, just like mean. You know?
Mean.
Yeah.
How's
Sometimes
it
I feel like there's people on film sets, like it gives some people an excuse to behave terribly.
Okay.
You know, you hear some stories of guys just like sending people like rat carcasses and, like ridiculous things that have nothing to do with the moment on set.
What's the famous Olivier story that he's with Dustin Hoffman,
Yes.
right? And Hoffman stayed up all night and to get totally into this character. And didn't Olivier say like,
why don't you just try acting, my
son?
dear
It's
boy?
a lot easier,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and this is tricky because both of those actors are incredible. Who would you side with? Me personally, I appreciate Hoffman more, and maybe that's just because of my generation. But I don't think it's required to. First off, I now having played Pio, some of the penitence involved in method is interesting because then you're not acting. I hate acting. I hate acting because it feels like you can get it wrong. When you're really in it, then you can't get it wrong. I hate losing. I like to win. And so there's ways to like backstop a performance where you leave yourself very little room for error if you're in the middle of it. If you show up with all the caps, it's easier to believe and that you're a part of that because you showed up with it equally. If you're playing a gangster and you roll in with gangsters, it feels the same way. Whereas the make-believe stuff feels like frivolous and